And welcome back to another episode of the White Sox March to October. And today's a big one because it's the start of the 2026 postseason. Our quest to become a three-peat championship dynasty. And we come into our third postseason having posted probably the greatest record of all time. At 121-41, we are ranked first because obviously you have to be when you have that good of a record. But it's also at this point where everything gets leveled out. The playing field is even once again because it all comes down to this 5-game series in the ALDS, us versus Toronto, first to 3 wins. And I know I briefly mentioned it in the last episode of the regular season, but I want to say it again. I'm kind of going back to how I used to do the postseason rather than doing it like how I did last postseason. So we're not just automatically going to play this entire series and every entire series in its own episode. We're going to kind of go back to playing it by ear. But hey, also if this series goes quick enough, it could only be a 3-game series. We might see the whole thing. I don't even know at this point. But just so you guys are all caught up to speed, I do want to show you guys what our default playoff roster is looking like. The CPU can always make changes. The CPU's the one in charge, not me. Offensively, though, they didn't make any changes. The entirety of our position player group that we ended the season with is the same going into the postseason. It's always the pitching, though, that the CPU messes with, and they did it again. So the rotation's the same 5. I did move it around a bit. Hopefully it stays the same. I can never remember if they let it stay the same with how you move things around, but I want Brandon Woodruff to be somebody who actually pitches in the postseason. And the way that it was organized by default based on overall, Woodruff was the 5th starter, and in the postseason, the 5th starter never pitches, at least in March to October. Or I guess I shouldn't say never, but it's very rare. But then when it comes to the bullpen, this is where, I mean, right here is the main difference. Tyler Wells, out of nowhere, is in our postseason bullpen. He got 0 innings. He was not even on the big league team throughout the entirety of the regular season, but here he is. I think he's the only one. I think we had these 3 stay on the big league squad throughout the entirety of the season, so it's actually only Tyler Wells that's the difference. But we got to know what we're going up against too, and we're taking on the Toronto Blue Jays in this division series. They finished with only an 83-79 record though, so like, I mean, comparing their record to ours, this shouldn't even be a series. However, though, they do rank 12th overall. All of their individual category rankings are at least solid, so we can't take them lightly. Like I said, we're back on an even plane here. We don't have any advantages besides being the home team for the first 2 games. And their lineup looks pretty interesting. I mean, their good players are good, but they also have a few more lower rated guys, but having a middle of the lineup with Juan Soto and Pete Alonso, that's always going to be scary. They've got Davis Schneider, Alejandro Kirk, and Dalton Varsho also all up over an 80 overall. But then outside of those guys, I mean, there's not a whole lot to be worried about, really. I mean, the bottom 3 in their order, Springer included, attributes aren't looking that great. This Ralph Plaza, I guess even as a rookie, he is pretty good against righties. Man, they actually have a lot of rookies though. They have Plaza, they have Addison Barger, and I think Jacob Gonzalez. Yeah, he's also a rookie. And then Harry Ford on the bench. Soto, though, in the regular season, I mean, we already knew he was going to be scary. 48 home runs, well over 300 average. Pete Alonso after him. I mean, his average is down there, but he's still obviously a power threat. 38 homers in back-to-back seasons. But I don't know. It kind of seems like if we can pitch around those 2 guys, attack everybody else except maybe Davis Schneider with a lefty on the mound, that should be all we really need to worry about. And when it comes to their pitching, man, I feel like this is like the same story that we see so many times in the postseason, but the starting pitching is actually solid. But then when you look at the bullpen, it's nowhere near that same quality. I mean, nobody over an 80 overall, and there's only 1 lefty out there. I don't know. We already know this is going to be a mismatch. I think that's been even more confirmed by checking on their roster. So let's go ahead then. Let's get things started. Year 3 postseason getting underway, and Zach Gallen already has 10 strikeouts on the mound. I mean, I have not looked at awards yet. You can't technically look at awards unless you go on like each individual player's awards tab. But Zach Gallen probably had to have been the Cy Young favorite after the regular season. Now he's going into the playoffs doing the same thing. Such a good signing. All right, and here we go, man. He's only 77 pitches deep too. Look at how much energy he has. he might easily be able to go the distance in this one as long as we don't, like, I don't know, make any mistakes to Pete Alonso right here. I don't know. I feel like I really got to get out of this mindset that we're just going to dominate our way through this postseason, because the second I start thinking like that, that's when things are going to go wrong. But that went very right, that at bat. And now we get Kirk looking at that same pitch. Back-to-back punch-outs for Gallen. Let's score some runs for him. Because, I mean, Kevin Gausman, he's actually also having a really nice game. I guess I didn't look at the stats. There's not much to look at, only 2 hits for them, 3 for us. But Gausman does have 9 punch-outs in his 6th inning, so he's also having a big outing. We only have 3 hits on the board, 2 walks. Vlad's been caught stealing. I don't know why he's trying to steal. And Ezekiel Duran is struck out twice, so I think it's time to change that. Well, I mean, we changed that. He didn't strike out in extra time, but that doesn't do much for us. That's not going to do much for us either, man. I had the right idea. Just got above that one, above the fastball up in the zone. And Vaughn, nope, that one's not getting through either. That one actually was just a good swing. All right, well, I don't know then. I don't know. Like I said, I'm really trying to keep myself from getting ahead of myself here and getting too confident. And that inning kind of brought me back down to earth even more. There we go, though. Another punch out for Gallen. We finally break our strikeout streak there, but if it's on a weak swing like that, easy pop-up, I'm not going to complain. Okay, there we go. Right back to our strikeout ways there. Gallen is just cruising. We need a run for him this inning so that we can finish the game for him. And honestly, I don't know what it is. I kind of have a good feeling about this Fletcher AB. And, well, there we go. We're seeing why on the first pitch, I guess. Hung that slider right down the middle. That was like a gimme. That was like, you know what? You struggled in that first inning. Just take this one. Take it for free. Okay. I was kind of hoping to move the runner over to third, but now that kind of just sets up a double play. We'll just have to not hit it to anybody then. Hayes, what do we say? Another one in the gap? Well, no, that's definitely not to the gap, and that's the exact reason why I didn't want to take a walk with Mejia. That's okay. We still have a runner on third. We still just need a base hit, and Eloy is maybe one of the best in the game right now at getting base hits. I can never go home on passed balls. For whatever reason, it just never works out. They get to it too quick. And, well, in hindsight, I guess I should have at least tested. I don't even know how I missed that. That's okay. All that means now is when we win this game, it's going to be on a walk-off, and postseason walk-offs are kind of electric. And you better believe I'm leaving Zach Gallen in this game. He's got like half his energy left, even though he's up over 90 pitches, but that's not how you want to get things started. That's okay. He's earned himself a leash. If he didn't have this much energy, I wouldn't leave him in, but at this point, I'm still leaving him in. Okay, well, didn't get him to be on top of it, but double play still in order to end the inning. I would prefer to get Davis Schneider to ground into 2 before we have to face Juan Soto with a runner on. And that'll be it. We did it. We got him to ground into 2. All right. Perfect, Gallen, perfect. Leave Soto, leave Alonso stranded on deck. Let's win this now so we don't have to see him. And they're going to their only lefty in that bullpen. I don't really understand why go to him now with Vlad coming up. They gave me the call. That was a risky take, but we got our runner on. Do I want to take our best hitter out of the game, though, for speed? But yeah, I think you do it. I think you bring in, when you have 99 speed on the bench and the chance to walk it off, I think you bring him in. And that might do it, because that's not getting caught. It might just leave. It is going to leave. Luis Robert Jr. with the walk-off home run. There we go. This team just wants to create its own drama. That's all it is at this point. We could have done this sooner. It's just for some reason these guys are like, no, just hang tight. We'll wait till this 9th inning. We'll wait till we have the chance to walk it off, and then we get the runner on and we get the big hit to win it. Just immediately. So there we go, man. Fans going crazy with those towels, and I feel like I need to say it every time we start a new postseason run, just in case anybody's unfamiliar. But the momentum, the fireballs, the potential snowflakes once it's the postseason doesn't matter. At least in my experience, doesn't really matter. You play every single game of the postseason. Nothing is simmed in terms of like full games, and at least anecdotally, I haven't noticed having momentum doing anything for the parts of the games that do get simmed. But let's see about the part of game 2 that gets simmed. Are we coming in a good spot? We're losing. We're only down 1. This shouldn't be scary. Looks like we might also have the City Connect jerseys on, which is fun in the playoffs. And also, I don't know if I just didn't notice it before or if it happened over the course of that game, but every other division series is a 2-0 series at this point. So let's see if we can make ours a 2-0 series. Let's make this comeback. We just gave up 4 though in the 7th. I'm gonna be curious to see the box score for this one, because it's the postseason. If we're in the 7th inning and the starter starts to struggle, why are you leaving him in? We got a day game though. I don't know what it is, but I feel like postseason day games, it's just like a good vibe. I can't really describe it. I feel like it only really happens in the division series or wild card series. But yeah, I don't know. There's something about a postseason day game. So all right, what do we have going on? Dominic Fletcher up, the guy who, well, I was going to say got it going last game, but he didn't really. He got our first hit, but it didn't turn into anything. But yeah, what about this box score? Let's go to the pitching first, and they left Eater in too long. I did forget to check back up on the rotation to see if they let me keep Woodruff in the 3 spot, but that's unfortunate to see Jake Eater struggle. And then Tim Meza giving up a run. I don't think he gave up a run in the entire regular season, and now, of course, his first appearance in the postseason, giving up a run. Nobody offensively for us is really having a standout game though, except I guess Andrew Vaughn looks like he had a 2 RBI double. On their side, they've got a couple homers. Soto's got 2 hits, and Alek Manoah's pitched the whole game for them. He was still out there too, even though he's given up 4 runs. I guess only 3 earned. But let's get it going, Fletcher. Let's get you on base. Let's get you around to score this time. All right, I'm fine with that. Manoah couldn't find the zone, putting Fletcher on for free with decent enough speed, and it looks like that's gonna be it for him. All right, so we only get to see him for that 1 AB. All right, you know what? 3-2 count. I'm gonna at least put Fletcher on the move here. And, well, I swung and missed, but we got a good jump. It was a breaking ball. At least we get the runner up to second. At least, even though it's not really through what Mejia did, it's kind of a productive AB. That curve was much slower than I thought it would be, though. That was tough. Oh my god, I'm striking out again? What did I do to miss that one? I'm actually curious. Oh, I dropped the PCI. Okay, I knew I had good timing. I felt like it. Dude, can I not hit anything? And then I swing and miss again. That was a borderline pitch on 3-2. I don't know what it is. I'd prefer not to wait till the 9th inning in a game where we're losing this time. I'm gonna go to Tanner Scott here, though. He might have been our best arm in the bullpen in the regular season, and look at his usage too. That's what I like to see. Not often enough in past March to Octobers do your best bullpen arms get used that much, but I like seeing that. 55 appearances, 58 innings pitched, 1 pitch, and he's getting the first out of the 8th. And now a 3-pitch strikeout to the next batter. And the grounder, Montgomery should have this, and there we go. Easy 8th inning, 1-2-3 quickly. Like I said, I'd like to do this before the 9th today. At least tie it up. At least not make the 9th do or die. All right, we're seeing Nate Pearson here for the bottom of the 8th inning. What is he looking like these days? 74 overall? Shadow's situation's a little weird here too, but the ball's still visible. I'm just not ready to react to 98 apparently. Oh, I didn't need to react to 98 for that. Oh, is that actually going to stay in? I guess I was way under it. It kind of looked like it had enough. Got all excited there. I think Vladdy did too. Robert? No, I didn't get that one either. It says good timing, but that's late-sided good if that still exists, if that's still a thing. Okay, we got some life. Duran getting put on for free. Another walk. Speed on first. He's got like 83 of it. Oh, and we're going to get him up to second for free. Sailed that slider. Base hit should tie it then. Oh, and that is a little bit more than a base hit. Colson Montgomery with the perfect shot that's going to give us the lead. That is a huge change of events here. 2 outs, down a run in the 8th, down to, was he down to 2 strikes? I think he was down to 2 strikes, and he's flipping this game over completely. And it gets the new arm in the game, maybe a batter too late for the lefty. And Vaughn trying to keep things going, trying to get us an insurance run in the inning we took the lead. I'm not going to bring in a different bat, though. With the lead like this, we want to keep defense in the game. And Fletcher's put in a lot of work to hit better lefty-lefty. He's got that contact up like +10 on the year, maybe even more. And wow, worked it back from down 0-2, missing the next 4 in a row. And Mejia, I don't think I got enough of that. Nope, not even to the track. So no insurance after taking the lead, but we took the lead, and that was the big thing. So now that leaves it up to Garrett Crochet, the closer. And there's a 3-pitch punch out to get things started. He looked at 2 strikes in the zone, swung at a ball out of the zone. And there's another one on that slider. We've made him look stupid twice in a row. And the fastball ends it, caught him looking. That is almost as dominant of a save as you can get. 3 strikeouts on 11 pitches. What a game again. The 2-0 series lead, a little bit of late inning heroics, and we successfully convert on home field advantage, winning both games at home. All we need to do is take 1 on the road, or you know what? Technically, we don't even need to win on the road in this series to win the series, but we may as well wrap it up on the road. So let's see what we got then. 3-game sweep on the line. Are they going to give me a favorable situation? They're going to give me a very favorable situation. A 3-run lead. They are threatening here in the bottom of the 6th inning with bases loaded, but also 2 outs. So if we get out of this jam, should be smooth sailing to the end. So I guess this is the situation. We've gotten the first 2 wins pretty quick. Game 3 like this, that should be pretty easy. Looks like we are going to play the whole series in this one. But before we do, both National League Division Series have been wrapped up. It's the Dodgers and it's the Cardinals. And that would actually, as weird as it is that we haven't faced the Dodgers in our first 2 World Series, is whoever comes away with the NLCS victory there would be a new World Series matchup for us. We still got to get there ourselves though, so let's take this final step of winning the Division Series. It does look like they reset my pitching rotation alignment because this is a Jordan Montgomery start and not a Woodruff start, so that sucks. Just another one of those things that I wish March to October didn't meddle with and they let you take control of, was setting the rotation you want for a series. But that's okay. It seems like Montgomery was having a good one as long as we can get out of the jam. All right, so here we go. Let's make this the only postseason game that's taken place outside the United States this season. Montgomery's 74 pitches in. He does have a decent amount of energy left. I don't know what I want to do yet though. Let's see what we have going on though. First, we have homers from Eloy and Vlad, a 2-hit game from Robert, 2 hits from Mejia out of the 9-hole. Look at the batting averages from our 8 and 9 hitters. Wow, we actually have a couple errors in the field, and then Mejia's trying to steal. Why? On their end though, we lit up their pitcher. Michael King only lasted 4 2/3, and it looks like they haven't really done much to threaten until this inning, and they have already pushed a run across this inning. So I do think with that in mind, I'm probably going to want to go to a new arm. I just don't know. Do we bring in one of our high leverage guys early, or do we trust one of our lower guys? You know what I'm actually going to do? I am going to go to Tyler Wells, the guy who I was half complaining about being on the roster purely for the fact that he didn't play in the regular season. But I do kind of want to keep our high leverage guys, Holmes and Scott, around for later in this game if we need them. But Tyler Wells has got 84 clutch on him, which is big in this situation with the bases loaded. That clutch rating is active. So Tyler Wells, he's coming in to mop this one up, clean up this mess. I don't know. I hope this isn't the wrong decision here, especially since he has seen 0 big league action in the year 2026 up until this point. Oh, and the cutter gets him. Front door, handcuffed him right there. Wells does get us out of it. Should be an easy one then from here on out with the 3-run lead. And yeah, there we go. Just because we already have a pretty big lead in this one doesn't mean we let up. Austin Hayes with the perfect swing to lead us off with extra bases. And I don't know if that's going to get down, actually. No, it's not. We should be able to get up to third, though. Yeah, with how he caught that, that's easy. I don't know. I didn't glance at the swing feedback, though. How'd I miss that? I was just a little off on it? Okay. Vlad, that's definitely going to score the run. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. Even though he didn't really do anything other than drive the run in on the sac fly, that might be the dagger delivered from Vlad to his former team right there. Bringing this one to a 4-run lead, no longer a save spot if it holds where it is. And I expanded the zone a bit there, but it's gonna pay off. Would have been on if I didn't swing. We get on even though I did swing. 3-hit game for Robert. You know what? Let's see if we can have some fun with this. Let's see if we can get Robert a postseason stolen base here. It wasn't a great jump. It was also a fastball right down the middle, but we're in. Okay, must have been a good slide. And okay, well, I guess the stolen base doesn't pay off. I also just got the notification as I'm sitting here recording this right now that the White Sox have lost their 121st game. So again, as I've said throughout this entire year of this White Sox March to October, this is our escape as White Sox fans. We lose 121 games in real life, but this team wins 121 games in this. And I guess another positive about having brought in Tyler Wells is since he has the stamina he has, we can just leave him in. Maybe even just leave him in for the rest of this one. Pick him up a bit of a fluke save just by pitching more than 3 innings. Oh, okay, well, I was not expecting that out of the 9-hole hitter. I guess the Jays are showing a bit of life. Didn't even feel like he hit that one that hard. Okay, there we go. Long AB there, worked the count. I don't know though. Even though that ended in a strikeout, having the home run the at bat before, and then a long AB like that, I guess that's just the difference between using a guy in the mid 70s and overall, and then when we use somebody like Clay Holmes or Tanner Scott or Crochet and just mow everybody down. I'm too used to that. It's still legend difficulty pitching with slightly worse pitchers. It's not all that easy. We rolled over on it with Montgomery. I would like to get that run back, though. I would like to make this not even a save situation. Vaughn, there we go. That's what I like to see. That's the kind of swings we like to see. Ooh, and that one actually snuck up on me there. I thought that was the pitch I was sitting on, too. Oh, there we go. Francisco Mejia. Out of the 9-hole, he's not just going to get us our 1 run back, he's going to get us both runs, or 2 runs. An extra run, that's what I was looking for. 7-2 game, that one's the dagger. That one is for sure the dagger. Dude, what a pickup this guy has been. Just a bridge catcher signing, not really supposed to be anything special. Numbers-wise, it's not like he was insane or anything, but I feel like personally, the way I've hit with Francisco Mejia, he's just so good. Ooh, all right, that one got me. That fooled me, but we did what we needed to do to continue feeling extra safe about this game. And I wasn't gonna leave Wells in unless we did basically what we did, but now with a 5-run lead, I'm just gonna go ahead and leave him in. Ooh, broken bat on the fastball up and in. We got it though. Should be Juan Soto's last postseason at bat of the year. And that's gonna be it for Pete. And there we go. Another strikeout gets Davis. Schneider, all we got to do is deal with what? It was like 6, 7, 8 with a 5-run lead and maybe more. Let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. And that grounder from Robert should end this 9th inning for us. So the 5 runs is what we're taking in to the bottom of the 9th. May as well just leave Tyler Wells in to finish it. Let's go to the championship series. There we go. Punch out of Dalton Varsho. 2 to go. Oh, the 12-6 gets another one. Man, this has turned into a really nice outing from Tyler Wells. Home run aside, he has been kind of shut down. And man, look who this is, who hopefully should be the last batter we face on this Jays team. Jacob Gonzalez, the guy that we traded along with Noah Schultz to these Toronto Blue Jays for Vlad. And the strikeout ends it. And once again, we're heading to the ALCS. The easy 3-game sweep. Even though, I mean, the first 2 games, it really wasn't all that lopsided. We won each game by 1 run. But it kind of gave us the sense that we were just kind of like playing with our food. You know what I mean? Like, we were never really in jeopardy of losing either of those games. And then we come out here, show how dominant we were in game 3. This series was never even a thought. We were always looking ahead. We're still looking ahead all the way to the World Series. All right, so who is our opponent? It wasn't decided yet between the Yankees and the Rangers, and it's the Rangers. So I think this is the 2nd year in a row. ALCS rematch, and we can't take them lightly either. I mean, we took care of them last year. You know they're going to want revenge this year, and let's just see what game 1's going to look like before we get out of here. A tie game, bottom of the 7, but that obviously will be saved for next episode. So hey, as always, make sure you hit the like button for me if you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. But thanks again for watching, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you next time.